When we access the application, we can see the fields for email and password. Once we are logged in, we can see the icons on the menu to the left. They give us access to the different sections of the application. We will explore each one of them. In My Profile, we have our personal data. Here we find information like our full name, email, company role, and phone number. In My Company, we have our company's general data. Here we find information about our division, unit, and users that have access to the application. In Company's Overview, we have our company's data on the 3 different modules: biodiversity pressure, biodiversity performance, and life standards. This information is available for different times and units. We can select the year and the unit on the upper right corner. In biodiversity pressure, we have our company's data on the aspects that contribute to biodiversity pressure. Here we find information about our waste generation, greenhouse gas emissions, water consumption, energy consumption, and land use. This information is available for different times and units. We can select the year and the unit on the upper right corner. After selecting the year and the unit, by clicking on Waste and the pen icon of an occurrence, we can edit its data, like residue class and destination. Similarly, by clicking on GHG and the pen icon of an occurrence, we can edit its data, like gas type, scope. Likewise, by clicking on Water and the pen icon of an occurrence, we can edit its data, like water type and hydrographic region. In the same way, by clicking on Energy and the pen icon of an occurrence, we can edit its data, like the source of energy. Finally, by clicking on Land and the pen icon of an occurrence, we can edit its data, like area type, ecoregion, and use of soil. In biodiversity performance, we have our company's data on the projects that contribute to biodiversity performance. This information is available for different times. We can select the year on the upper right corner. By clicking on a project, we can edit its data, see its score, and edit its biodiversity result indicators. These indicators can be evaluated after the insertion of the project's conservation actions. By clicking on BRI, we can edit the biodiversity result indicators of that project. They are grouped into the following classes: ecosystem structures, ecosystem functions, genetic composition, populations, and composition and structure of communities. By clicking on the icon in front of the project's name and one of its actions, we can edit the data, classification, and score of that action. By clicking on Action Data, we can edit the general data of that action. This includes the name, goals, and location of that action. By clicking on Classification and Score, we can edit the classification data of that action. This includes the record, temporality, additionality, and qualifiers of that action. In Life Standards, we have our company's data on the principles, criteria, and indicators of the methodology. Here we find the situation of each indicator. In reports, we have our company's data organized in different reports. We have detailed, summary, and audit reports. We can download any report by choosing the year, language, and then clicking on the Download Report button. In Audit Plan, we have our company's audit plan sent to us by the auditing team. Finally, in Audit Feedback, we have the recommendations sent to us by the auditors after the evaluation process. We can have recommendations for biodiversity pressure, biodiversity performance, and life standards. When we're ready to exit the application, we can click on our profiles photo and then log out.